On this episode of OMGcraft, we're going to be talking about an embarrassment of riches. Hello and welcome to OMGcraft. I'm your host, OMG Chad. This is the show that'll teach you how to become a Minecraft expert in no time. First off, I am in a new location. I know it doesn't look like it, but I am in a new studio in LA. I did a move. The last few weeks of OMGcraft were pre-recorded, so if it's a little bit echoey or a little bit different, we're working on it. This is the first episode, so we hope to make improvements over time. With that being said, we're going to be talking about enchantments today, specifically the fortune enchantment. You can make fortune not just from ores, but other things as well. So we will get into the nitty-gritty of this wonderful enchantment.
So we're in a little world, and first I do want to give a shout out to Bosocks. Bosocks on Reddit did a little thing about fortune, and that inspired me to do this episode. So fortune can be placed on a few different items, either a pickaxe, an axe, or a diamond, or a shovel. Doesn't have to be diamond. No need for it to be diamond. Normally, with fortune, this is kind of the blocks that you think about. You can get coal, diamond, emerald. What is this? Nether ore, nether quartz. There we go. And lapis. And it was always my assumption that these were kind of the end of the blocks. And blocks like this clay here could not be used with fortune. And the reason why is because whenever you mine up one of these blocks, oh, I'm still in creative. That's a no-no for me. Let's go ahead and grab another bit of clay, though, to kind of show this off. Is that blocks like clay, which can be built out of items, are no good. You can't use fortune on them. So with clay, whenever you break it, whoop, you get some clay balls, and you can use 4 of those to create another clay block. And it would be cheating to use fortune to continue to make one and then put it down and then break it again. But that actually isn't the case because in the game there is, oh look, here's some more over there. There we go. And this is what I assumed would happen with things like glowstone and other items like kind of like this, like melons and things like that, so that you couldn't cheat the game. But that is actually a little bit false, and I'm going to get to that in a little bit. Before I do, one level of fortune will give you a 33% chance that your drop will be twice as effective. At a level 2, then you get it 2 or 3 times, so 25% chance each time, averaging up to a 75% increase in your items. And level 3 will give you 2, 3, or 4 times. So pretty effective by getting fortune on your items. So let's go to some of these other items that I thought would not drop extra. Redstone, carrots, and I can go ahead and kind of do this right now. I'm actually not sure exactly how many you normally get from something like carrots. Here we go. Let's break that open. We got 3 out of there. With glowstone, there's a few of these that have a maximum amount that they can drop, kind of like what we're seeing there with clay. Glowstone, sea lanterns, and melons all have a maximum that they can drop. So they will not drop more than what the cost of creating them goes into. So with melons, you can only get, 9 melons, because of how melons, how you can take 9 melons, and see, I didn't get it there, but you can take 9 melons, put them into a crafting table to get more melons. So you can't just use fortune to harvest a whole bunch of items in your world. And we got 5 prismarine crystals from that, which is pretty good from that. But you can also use this on crops. You can use this on, like I showed, carrots, on netherwort, on what are these? I can't remember. Potatoes? Can't remember any Minecraft names. I got hung up on clay over there. And also nether quartz. You can also use it on your wheat here. Whew, I remember that one. So each of these items can be used with fortune. Now, of course, there is a chance that your items will get degraded versus, say, using your empty hand to punch out some items. But this information is really, really useful if you're doing something like a quick map where you need to get lots of crops quickly, some sort of PvP battle or PvE thing, or a map where you're on a timer. So it's good to note. Now, one more thing with fortune. Flint here, you will have a higher percentage of dropping flint with fortune 3. There we go, and we got flint right there. Than you will with just a normal enchantment. So flint will drop flint more often. And 100% chance if you have fortune 3. Now with saplings over here, or with leaves, you have the chance of them dropping saplings much more effectively if you are using a fortune. So we can see, no, we didn't get any there, but there's a whole bunch over here. And if you are specifically doing it on jungle leaves, you get a less enchant or a less drop percentage, but you will get a larger percentage of dropped apples if you have a fortune enchant on these oak leaves right here, which I think is really awesome. Great to know in UHC if you happen to get an enchant on something that's really crummy and it had fortune on it. Well, you can come out here and harvest some leaves, and hopefully it will drop an apple quicker than if you didn't have the fortune enchant. So that's a bit about fortune.
I hope you learned something useful in this episode. If you did, please give us a like down below, or if you're not subscribed to the channel, you can do so at youtube.com/OMGcraft. It helps us out a bunch. Thanks so much for watching this episode of OMGcraft, and we'll see you next time. Bye!